worth how much you consume. And so therefore, the United States had to get its act together because the regionalism was hurting. Just like the regionalism in rap music was hurting the music. East-West from about 15 years ago. How stupid was that? Oh, East Coast, West Coast. So what happens if you're from New Orleans? Will you flip a coin? What's the beef? Is the beef really East Coast, West Coast? Is it Oregon and South Carolina? You know, how stupid did we get this conversation? Once you get into the college setting, you start realizing, well, now I'm 23 years old. And when I was 14 years old, there was a whole bunch of dumbish going on. Because I believed it. So you believe what you see and what you hear, and that's the first fear. And that's why years ago I made a song called Don't Believe the Hype. Right now, I don't care if you tweeted, you got BlackBerry, you got, you know, your iPhone and you boom, 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 boom. As much as we're in the information age, we are in a misinformation age. Which means you got to challenge information. Which means if you're in college, you ain't got no other choice. The cheapest price you can pay is pay attention. Anti-electoralism and dumbassification, they'll play it out, people. Especially when you're in college. Oh, okay, you know, yo, man, I'm just gonna go where I feel. Cool. So President Obama said time to put us out on child to slave. What does that mean, child? The language must be rewired. And before you start talking diversity, then when you talk diversity, you talk about, you gotta come up with a whole other language. Maybe the language of kindness, maybe the language of peace and understanding. When people talk about upstate New York, when you downstate, you talk about jail, the prison industrial complex. Oh man, where you was? Man, I was up in Binghamton. You wasn't in Binghamton, you was in Elmira. And the serious issue in this state when you talk about prison industrial complex, because sometimes New York State can get like Alabama. 3 days ago, I should say for the last 4 days, my wife and I drove from California after we did the Coachella Festival, Public Enemy, doing that in our 22nd year, headlining Coachella. Go ahead, Google Wikipedia, do it now, look it up. I had to move some furniture from where I live in California to where we also live in Atlanta. So we decided to put stuff on the back of U-Haul hitch and travel on I-40. And most of I-40 used to be the old Route 66. And as we travel through the United States, we're finding out, we always knew that things are more similar everywhere. There's no place in the United States that's too far from itself. Everything is networked and everything is wired. But so therefore, down south could be up north, out west could be back east. Everybody got ESPN and the same dumb channels. So the thing about it means that when President Obama spoke, he's talked about United States citizens being citizens of the planet. And that's one thing we expect, I think, for the next 25 years. In order for this country to get back on speed, you got to figure out how to be in tune with the rest of the planet, because you can communicate with the rest of the planet. So why not? Something that goes past the borders, the waters, and the